Salem, Massachusetts, Katarina Jinx!
Katarina Jinx making her way to the WOW Arena. The fans have been captivated by this unique, one-of-a-kind superhero in WOW, David. And what an electric night. The hits just keep coming. The WOW World Tag Team Championships were just defended. Our Trios tournament a little bit later on tonight wraps up at our main event. And right now, Katarina Jinx.
And boy, that whip. I'm glad Lauren Huntley was staying in the corner, because if that thing snuck up on her and grabbed her, her skin would be broken for sure. What an aggressive whip.
And her opponent from the beautiful country down under, Princess Aussie!
Princess Aussie, former WOW World Champion. What a beautiful new outfit, Dave.
Oh my, I hadn't seen that. Princess Aussie, look at that, I love it.
A new look, but seemingly the same attitude. Welcome to all competition, David, and as excited as ever to be here in Women of Wrestling. What a great matchup this promises to be, and again, fans, I cannot wait. We've got the finals of the Trios tournament. We've got more matches coming at you, but right now, the former WOW World Champion, Princess Aussie, has her hands full against newcomer Katarina Jinx, one of the newest competitors, newest superheroes.
Princess Aussie just returned from a trip to Australia where she saw her family and loved ones. I wonder if her mom helped her with that new outfit she has. Looks fantastic.
It does.
We are ready to get underway here. Referee checking and the bell sounds.
Referee Charlie Wu in charge of this contest. Take a look at that unique style of Katarina Jinx. You know, she said that she has 9 lives. And lately, I believe her with the competition that she's been up against and been able to withstand now. Keeping things basic at the beginning, side headlock by the former WOW World Champion now. Transitions right back over from the hammerlock to Katarina Jinx and takes her over. Does Princess Aussie. Abilene Maverick, the WOW World Champion, at least for this week, David. But again, I have to question the validity of the injury claims from the current WOW World Champion. Jackknife pin, good for a 1 count.
Aussie staying on top of Katarina Jinx, not giving her a moment to breathe, if you will. She knows there could be 9 lives in there, if you will.
That's right, David.
Better take them all out one at a time right now, right, to get the victory.
You might need all 9 in a fight with Princess Aussie now, who charges with that roaring forearm right into the chest of Katarina Jinx now. Princess Aussie taking things up top, but what has she got in mind here? Whatever it was quickly thwarted by Katarina Jinx. Katarina Jinx with the cat scratch right into the back of Princess Aussie. Katarina Jinx with an explosive forearm now has the former WOW World Champion reeling in the corner. Jinx now whips Aussie. The up and over from the former champion, and Aussie has a second win. Katarina Jinx.
She ducked right under that clothesline, Nigel.
And there we see from Katarina Jinx the mousetrap. She calls that the mousetrap.
That snaps a neck just like a mouse's neck gets snapped in a trap.
It sure did, and it was good for a 2 count, David. Any lesser of a competitor, it might have put them down. Katarina Jinx certainly impressive in this matchup with Princess Aussie, who undoubtedly has more ring time and experience being a WOW World Champion and fighting against all different kind of competitors. But this speaks volumes, David, for Katarina Jinx.
Well, if it weren't for the chicanery of Abilene Maverick, the current WOW Champion, Princess Aussie may be indeed still the remaining champion of WOW. Nice close down there. It connected this time, Nigel.
Princess Aussie, 2 clotheslines from all the way down under, and ducks the clothesline attempt from Katarina Jinx. A knee into the midsection. Oh, wow! What a dragon suplex from Princess Aussie. That's got to be no.
Is that a 2 or 3?
2 count only, David. The dragon suplex was good enough for 2 3/4. But Katarina Jinx, she might have used 5 of those lives, but she's still in this matchup.
Turning around, Katarina now. Aussie takes her down.
There's the Aussie cutter now. As Aussie sets her up, she looks like she's going for the Aussie Splash. We've seen her win several matches with this signature move. If she connects, David, this matchup might as well be over.
Aussie's high! Yes! Frog splash! Aussie!
The Aussie Splash into a 1, 2, 3. Princess Aussie walks away with a great victory, David.
Princess Aussie, the winner!
Making their way to the ring, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from the Magic City, Lori and Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet Heat!
David never at a loss for words. Sweet Heat and Lana Star, the former WOW World Tag Team Champions, out and ready for action tonight.
Here they are, the fabulous Lana Star with her proteges that she found down in Florida. The Carlson twins, former college basketball standouts. Then they went into business with themselves, and they said, we're going into occupational therapy. And where did they move? To the place where there's a lot of aging people, the state of Florida. And they built their business up, and then the two of them wanted to become athletes again, got into the squared circle, and became professional wrestlers. Lana Star took a trip to Florida, and she found them. And they are members of the Fab Four. Lori Carlson in the dark hair, and luscious Lindsay Carlson in the gorgeous blonde locks.
And David, they're 3-time former WOW World Tag Team Champions.
And that's a record.
And their opponents from Seattle, Washington, and the mean streets of LA, Rebel Hayes and Fury, the Heavy Metal Sisters!
It seems that their bond, Fury and Rebel Hayes, has strengthened because this is the first time I've heard them announced as the Heavy Metal Sisters. I think Fury's finally taken Rebel underneath her arm and brought her in like a sister.
No doubt about it. They were out on that Sunset Strip together 3 nights ago. And I'd say that because I'm sure last night and the night before they were recovering to get here in the WOW ring and put it on with the Carlson twins. Referee Ben Scheinberg signals for the bell. Here we go, under action.
And Fury kicking things off for the Heavy Metal Sisters, luscious Lindsay for her team, Sweet Heat, but not before she tells the fans exactly what she thinks of them here. Tag team action going on right now, and of course, as we mentioned, speaking of the Fab Four, big main event tonight, G.I. Jane, all the way from Columbia, South Carolina. Gonna send a little boot camp training, if you will, and get ready for a matchup with the former WOW World Champion, Penelope Pink.
Now, if this matchup ends early, Tormenta will be on call. Tormenta is on call right now before that big main event, Nigel. So Tormenta is in the wings waiting for her opportunity to return to WOW.
Tormenta, one of the most acclaimed competitors here. One of the most traveled competitors of almost 20 years in the wrestling business, and a former Mexican champion several times over now as Fury backs up luscious Lindsay into the corner.
Both of them stay in the ring. Lindsay gets the ropes. Lindsay taken down by Heavy Metal.
Fury and Rebel Hayes with the game plan, and right now it's paying off as Rebel Hayes side headlock, and luscious Lindsay just rocks Rebel with the forearm.
Rebel up, Lindsay down. Taken down by Rebel. Arm drag, if you will. Hip toss.
And Rebel Hayes on fire, sending luscious Lindsay for quite the ride now as the luscious one swings with the clothesline. Rebel Hayes ducks.
Like a matrix.
Leg sweep by the rocker, Rebel Hayes now. And she's got luscious Lindsay exactly where she needs her, middle of the ring. Tag in to Fury. The Heavy Metal Sisters, David, having quite the showing against Sweet Heat tonight.
Yes, they do. Lindsay in against the ropes and taken down. Fury waiting right there and takes the opportunity. Oh, you See that, Nigel?
What a nasty senton splash now. Hooks the leg of Luscious Lindsay. And now, keeping Luscious Lindsay grounded is Fury. What a bond Fury and Rebel Hayes have built, and what a team they've developed here, Dave.
Well, they are a good team. They've had singles matches, but it's because they go out and party together that the two of them have made a good team in the ring.
And now, David, they're making some sweet heat music together. They're crashing those cymbals, if you will, now as Rebel Hayes tagged back in. And they're really doing a great job of cutting off the ring, which is what you have to do. But Luscious Lindsay fights back with a size 7 boot right to the side of the head of Rebel Hayes. Rebel Hayes into the ropes. And
did you see Lindsay grab her right knee there?
She distracted referee Ben Scheinberg. Do you expect anything less?
Are you saying it was a little possum there?
Have they ever done that, David? Are you kidding me? They take advantage of any opportunity to do sweet heat. And lovely Lori was able to put the knee right into the small of the back of Rebel Hayes, cutting off all of her momentum.
Nice clothesline by Lindsay.
Just follows Rebel straight down with the powerful clothesline. Referee Ben Scheinberg says 2, and Luscious Lindsay seems frustrated at this point. And they weren't too happy before they came out here, David.
Fans trying to get behind Rebel.
And right now, Rebel Hayes in the hands of Luscious Lindsay, who drapes her neck right across that solid steel cable. And lovely Lori in now as Lana Star, lovely Lori all work together on the one Rebel Hayes. And it truly is a team battle when you go into there with any of the members of the Fabulous Four, David. Just take a look at this.
Well, Ben Scheinberg smartly turns his attention back to the action and breaks it up before any more damage can be done to Rebel Hayes from the outside. Lovely Lori up. Oh! Puts the boots right into the back of Rebel Hayes.
Basement drop kick right into the small of the back, the same small of the back that she introduced that knee to just moments ago. So now Sweet Heat clearly has a game plan for Rebel Hayes. Now they have Rebel Hayes in their corner, Dave.
Right where they want him as lovely Lori put that elbow smash to Rebel Hayes. Took a moment, took a pause for the cause, if you will, and now Lindsay's in. It's Lindsay and Lori teaming up on Rebel Hayes, giving her the boots. A lot of stars on the outside just loving it.
And the viciousness from the two twins, the Carlson twins now. And they're proud of themselves, David.
They certainly are as the fans give them a treatment of what they think of them.
Snapmare takeover from Luscious Lindsay, middle of the ring, almost insulting Rebel Hayes and taunting Fury.
You know, they've been the champions 3 times, but they're more than they were when they started around, confident than ever. You can see it in their actions, Nigel, in the ring. Lindsay and Lori are becoming wrestling technicians.
They certainly are. But, David, you can never be too confident. Take your mind off the prize. You got to stay focused, and that could lead to their undoing here tonight if Luscious Lindsay doesn't stay on top of Rebel Hayes right now, David.
Rebel Hayes back where she doesn't need to be. Rebel Hayes in the corner. The Carlson twins. Lovely Lori now. Rebel Hayes being bent back. Lindsay, I thought she was going to come in and put the hand to the hair and hold Rebel back, but she didn't. She just takes a breather, and now here's a quick tag.
You see the frequent tags, and there is the money drop from Luscious Lindsay and lovely Lori. That flatliner into the Bulldog, good enough for a 2 count. But still, Rebel Hayes hangs on. Showing a lot of resiliency as the young and up-and-coming superhero here in WOW, Rebel Hayes, David.
Well, she's got to get Fury in there. Fury needs to get in there.
At this point, that's the only hope that they can walk away with turning this matchup around. It's Luscious Lindsay, misses wildly with the splash
and
to the corner.
Look how fast Lindsay went to tag Lori. Almost instinctively knowing she was in trouble, she brings in her sister Lori. Fury going to town on Lori. Nice slap across the face.
And Fury with the backhand. Didn't connect all she wanted to with the flatliner, but she certainly did with that knee to the side of the head of Lori Carlson, 2 3/4, David. Boy, what an upset that would have been.
Lana Starr on the outside, watching the action intently. Here comes Luscious Lindsay. Rebel Hayes back in the ring. Lindsay gives her the boot to the midsection.
And now it looks like they're setting up for him. We've seen this before, David. It looks like they're setting up for the Fab Champ. Lovely Lori!
Beautifully executed by Lovely Lori. And we've got 3 for the Carlsons wins Miami Sweet Heat.
Here are your winners, Lori and Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet Heat. Introducing first, accompanied by the greatest attorney in the world, Sofia Lopez, from Guadalajara, Mexico, international sensation, Tormenta.
David, you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. We're getting to see Tormenta, the international superstar, compete live here on Wild Women of Wrestling. And Sofia Lopez, her manager. David, the last time we saw Sofia, she ran off of Los Banditas after they lost their matchup. Didn't seem pleased at all.
Well, she wasn't, Nigel. As everyone will remember, Sofia Lopez slipped that beautiful briefcase under the ropes. She came around, and it just didn't work out. The briefcase did not work with Los Banditas. It sort of backfired. More on that a little later. But there they are, Tormenta, with the world's greatest attorney.
Tormenta, the international star, the former Mexican champion, almost 20 years as a luchadora here in Wild Women of Wrestling.
And her opponent from Santorino, Guam, Tiki Chamorro.
There she is, the colorful, fabulous Tiki Chamorro. And as she comes to ringside, I was noting earlier, Nigel, why that briefcase backfired. It backfired because Las Banditas didn't get the hit, but here you see, when it was made, Tiki ran right in and grabbed Sofia, taking her off the apron. That gave the Tonga twins the opportunity to take out Las Banditas.
Okay, wait. Before this fight, I need to have some words with my client.
What's this?
So, Tormenta, tonight you are to destroy Tiki Chamorro because she dared to put her hand on me, and no one put their hand on the greatest attorney in the world. So tonight, you're gonna teach her a lesson. And the lesson is not to mess with Sofia Lopez, the greatest attorney in the world.
Boy, I tell you, Sofia Lopez was angry there, and the bell is sounded as Tormenta attacks Tiki Chamorro from behind. Tiki's learning her first lesson in wrestling. Don't turn your back on your opponent.
You certainly can't do that, and Tormenta just snapped the neck of Tiki Chamorro on that top rope, but Tiki Chamorro finding it really tough to get back in this matchup as Tormenta, the double knees to the midsection of Tiki Chamorro. You can feel that all the way in Guam. 2 count, says referee Eddie Firth. And you do not, if you can help it at all, make Sofia Lopez mad, David. She's not a friendly attorney like Mark Rossler.
I've never seen her that angry. She was really telling Tiki what she thought of her and her actions. And Tormenta's just trying to get a fast pin.
Double knees to the back of Tiki Chamorro, and it seems like Tormenta focusing on that neck as she rolls over and grabs the arm from submission on Tiki Chamorro. David, you gotta wonder if there's a little bit of extra fire in Sofia Lopez after what we saw with she and Los Banditas last week. You know, Los Banditas, they left the arena without Sofia Lopez. matchup, sending Tormenta reeling. Tiki Chamorro on the top turnbuckle. What's she gonna do here? Chamorro with the crossbody. It connects. Tormenta in the middle of the ring. No.
She was able to get Tormenta off her feet from that jump and that leap, and that's amazing if you ask me.
Absolutely amazing. Tiki Chamorro showing a lot of moxie. Going for the roll now. Tiki Chamorro sent him to that second rope from Tormenta.
That's the position. Oh, look at this. Sophia Lopez taking advantage of the opportunity.
Ooh.
Now, Tormenta down on the mat. Tormenta in trouble. Here comes Tiki.
She's dialing it up. It's the 6-7-1. Tiki Chamorro calls that the 6-7-1. And now it looks like she's setting up for the tsunami. But the tsunami misses, and this gives Tormenta an opening right now, David, to capitalize. And capitalize she does. Tormenta with the clothesline. Sends Tiki down, gets a 2 count. But this has certainly slowed down Tiki Chamorro, David. Slowed down any momentum that she had just built up. The act admired, the confidence of Tiki Chamorro going up against the former Mexican champion, Tormenta, who nails Chamorro with the dropkick. And David, you can tell that Tormenta's really feeling herself right now. She's in there doing this job for Sophia Lopez.
Tiki was in trouble, but what's that? Tiki maybe. Holy smoke, she gets a little roll-up.
Tormenta missed with the knees, hit the turnbuckle, and Tiki Chamorro with the roll-up wins this matchup.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star and the enforcer of the Fabulous Four, Vicky Lynn McCoy. From Detroit, Michigan, Penelope Pink.
And David, the music hits, and here comes the rest of the Fabulous Four. Penelope Pink, Lana Star, and of course the enforcer, Vicky Lynn.
Vicky Lynn was brought in by the fabulous Lana Star at the suggestion, and I may have this one wrong, of the Carlson twins, or was it Penelope Pink? But she flew to Oklahoma to pick up the enforcer for the Fab Four, that being Vicky Lynn McCoy. And she enters the ring right there in all black. And there's the former Wild Champion in all her glory, Penelope Pink, with the mastermind of it all, the fabulous Lana Star.
And her opponent from Columbia, South Carolina, G.I. Jane.
Well, this is what G.I. Jane was hoping for, a shot at one of the champions of WOW, and she's got it now in there against Penelope Pink, and she's all business as she steps into the squared circle against this former champion of WOW.
Well, David, as G.I. Jane enters the ring.
Oh, look at this, who's coming up sitting next to me. I don't remember inviting you to stand up here and sit with us.
Well, I don't actually need an invite, but thank you.
We were speaking of you earlier, Vicky Lynn McCoy, how Lana Star took her Lear jet and went to Oklahoma. I want to know, though, was it Penelope Pink that suggested Lana go, or was it the Carlson twins?
It was the Carlsons. Lindsay dated my, God rest his soul, uncle.
And that's it.
That's it.
And you decided, because you obviously didn't need the money, you wanted to come here. Who's running the bar?
Need the money.
Who's
My
running?
grandfather's an oil tycoon. I did it because I like to beat people up.
Maybe I was misspoken. I was saying you didn't need the money before you interrupted me. You wanted to come here and help beat people and enforce
Well, yeah.
what Lana Star wanted.
Whatever.
People that were wrestling the Fab Four.
Yeah, because nobody,
With all your interference, you've been doing a good job.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fab Four Penelope Pink went everything fair and square.
Nonetheless, G.I. Jane
Penelope.
connects with that powerful boot to the midsection, and she's going to need a little bit more reinforcement if she wants to
There you
stand
go.
in the ring with G.I. Jane and fight toe-to-toe.
Don't you even look at Lana.
Lana Star, of course, getting behind. Ooh, G.I. Jane grabbing the leg. While referee...
Did you see that, David?
Yeah,
That was
Lana's
so
doing
sad.
exactly what you usually do at ringside, interfering.
I think it's slippery there. I think we should get a ring crew to clean that up.
I think maybe Lana Star would need to stay in the back for the next matchup the Fab Four has, David.
There's clearly two sets of visions here, mine and Vicky Lynn McCoy's.
Well, mine's perfect, so mine's right.
You're saying I need glasses.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe a magnifying glass.
I don't think so.
Penelope Pink just choking out G.I. Jane, using the ropes for leverage and wasting no time to talk
Take a
trash.
picture. Take a picture, everybody. Photo opportunity. Look at that beautiful picture.
And now, yeah, let's take a picture now as Lana Star.
She's helping her stretch, Nigel.
Lana Star obviously helping Penelope Pink cheat in this matchup, David.
She was tight in the shoulders. She needs helping her stretch. Relax. It's not
And
that
you're
serious.
the masseuse, obviously.
I clearly am, yes.
Penelope Pink with the
Give a pounding to people.
scoop and the slam.
Absolutely.
Fans, I'm sorry I'm throwing off my game. I had no idea Vicky Lynn McCoy was going to join us here.
So I had that effect on Ben. It's okay, David.
Oh, my.
The cartwheel elbow drop from the former Wild World Champion as G.I. Jane fights back, sweeps the legs. And she's showing her a little bit of basic training, David.
Well, you're slick, Nigel.
He is.
Just
He's
like
one
the
of
top of
best
his
ring
head.
announcers I've ever had. He and Mr. Dickey.
And now Penelope Pink with the neck of G.I. Jane just snapped on that steel cable, David. You know that had to cause a lot of damage. The neck is a very sensitive area. Penelope Pink targeting it.
That's how they do it in Detroit.
As Vicky Lynn is supposed to know when she had that sham running with that neck brace.
Whoa, first of all, let's not call it a sham. I literally almost broke my neck.
Well, I shouldn't
And
say
you
that because the
condoned it.
Beast did take you out against that table.
And you accused me of milking it longer than I should have.
Well, that's what I should have said, milking it. It was a legitimate neck injury from the Beast. He gave it to you, and their run could happen to Penelope Pink as
Come on,
G.I. Jane
Penelope.
lifts Penelope Pink up.
G.I. Jane calls that the maggot drop. She ducks the clothesline attempt.
disrespectful.
Oh!
Nice clothesline.
We've seen this from G.I. Jane before. She likes to deliver things in three. And if she connects on this next one, she could send Penelope Pink down for the 3 count, David.
The drill sergeant does it, Nigel. 1, 2, 3. Now she's got to get on top of Penelope Pink for
Did
a
you see the
pinfall.
disrespect? Come on,
But G.I.
Penelope.
Jane has to stay focused on Penelope Pink. She's not a former Wild World Champion just because she doesn't know what she's
You
doing.
can't give her a moment's slip. You got to stay on top of her.
Lana, do something.
G.I. Jane with the back splash sends Penelope Pink to the middle of the ring. Praise Pinchavali goes for the count, says 2, and G.I. Jane inching closer and closer to a victory, David, and you would have to consider that an upset and a huge propelling force for G.I. Jane to get a potential championship shot.
Well, close but no cigar. Penelope's still in this.
And Lana Star's disposition has changed greatly.